I think this is going to be one hoss of a match. You got two big athletes. If you go back and watch their match from Backlash last year, I think it was, they just kicked the shit out of each other, and it was great. I think you're gonna expect the same thing here. I'm excited for this match. I think the build's been a little weird, but I think McIntyre and Lashley are gonna save it. But Trevor, what do you think?
Like you said, I agree with the bill, the whole bill. I think it was when you actually look at it, I think it was roundabout and kind of stupid, but it it's working itself out a little bit. But again, the talent is what I'm worried about. The Bobby Lashley, Drew McIntyre. Bobby Lashley is actually coming in this pretty hot because he's had a pretty good year so far with the Hurt Business, which we won't talk about that.
R.I.P.
RIP. But and MVP has helped him a lot. The rub and everything he's been getting in the boost from Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin have helped him a lot, and vice versa for all of them, honestly. So I think now is the time where you put Bosch Lashley over and you give him high profile matches like this. Drew McIntyre, like we've said on a few shows, pretty much single handedly carried this company due to COVID. Um, he won a belt in front of nobody, which I know a lot of people are like, why do you think that's hard? I mean, it's hard to perform in front of no crowd anyway. But to pretty much get the brunt of everything on your shoulders is a champion during a pandemic. Like it's big deal. It's a big deal. He's been doing it well. So I
Yeah.
honestly cannot wait for this match. Can't
Yeah,
wait for it.
I think that the build aside, the King Corbins aside, this is one of the premier matches of the
It
weekend.
is. It
Okay,
definitely is.
you're gonna see Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley battle it out and literally kick the shit out of each other. I think that hopefully this is the time where Drew has his moment. I don't know if WWE is going to want to end Bobby Lashley's title reign this quickly, but at the same time, I do think that they would do something like make good for Drew because he did. You were right, and he doesn't get enough credit for it. Drew McIntyre, for better or worse, carried the company during the one of the most volatile times in wrestling history as far as performing, because performing in front of no crowd is so hard. I can tell you, like, recording videos for me, when like I'm not live, and I don't know anyone's watching, or I don't have like a partner like doing it with me, it's extremely difficult
Right.
because you're very self-conscious, you're more self-aware, there's less adrenaline, you're less on the spot, which actually it's weird, it makes it harder. But I think to be able to do it the way he did, and he also like was one of the first ones who was out there, breaking the fourth wall, and interacting with commentators, trying to make it more of a like reasonable and show. I think, and that kind of paved the way for other people to do similar things. I think that he's shown that he can be a leader. He's shown that he can be a true badass face. Again, I think McIntyre is exactly what they wanted Roman to be back in 2016, and I think he's able to do it and do it better. He's able to cut great promos, and he's able to make shit writing look great. He's one of the best performers in wrestling, and he has it. And I think at WrestleMania, the vision that Vince McMahon had back in 2011 or 2010, it was, when he said that this guy is going to be the next world champion, he's going to be the face of this company, the franchise, all the prototype, all that stuff. It's going to come into reality, and Drew McIntyre will hoist up the WWE title in front of thousands of people at WrestleMania, finally getting the moment that he deserves, finally getting the moment that he should have had last year.
Yeah.
And I think that it's going to be good for him. It's going to be good for wrestling fans. And you know what? It's going to be great for Bobby Lashley because it's going to keep him in the title picture
Oh yeah.
still. Because they could do rematches. Like, Drew can drop the title. Like, he can get squashed, I think. This would be an interesting storyline. Squashed by Lashley at the next pay-per-view or something. And then it'll mean even more for Drew to be on the chase again. But if you're asking me who should win, it should be Drew McIntyre. Who will win? I really hope it's Drew McIntyre.
I think Drew should win it, but I also think, like we talked about this before, and you mentioned it briefly a few minutes ago. I honestly think Lashley's going to win. Honestly, but Drew should win this belt because of everything he's done, and it's a bigger stage. Like it's actually people now. He gets the pop he deserves for winning it. But I honestly think Bobby's going to win this one. I do.
Yeah. Well, if he does, then we're gonna get more MVP promos, which I'm all for. I love MVP.
Oh yeah, I'm
promos.
all for MVP from promos. I can't speak promos.
Montel Vontavious Porter, man, I miss his old entrance. Like he had one of the best. Yeah, oh yeah, the balling. Like he had like the whole like the blow up. What's it called? The thing with MVP on it. Yeah, that was tight.
Like a ethnic Power Ranger for a while though, but
yes. Yeah. Oh my. He also had like one of the worst Inferno match spots ever, where he had like the things already burned. Like that was bad. Check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel, and remember, keep it real.